During Season 3 of Stranger Things, the Russians tried to open a dimensional portal to the Upside Down, which Hopper stopped, but they kidnapped him. 11 managed to defeat the threats from the Upside Down again, but perhaps the Russians saw the potential of 11. They realized that she was even more powerful than the Demogorgons, creatures that they already have in their possession to study. What would you think if I told you that the reason the Russians have Hopper kidnapped is to get 11? If you like theories, stories, and rumors about the universe of Stranger Things, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We will be uploading videos about this universe every day here in Stranger Things Geeks. This theory was published by the Portal Screen Rant by Adrian Tyler, and it says the following. Season 4 will have to deal with Jim Hopper's imprisonment in Russia, which the scientists on the other side of the world could use as bait for 11. At the end of Stranger Things Season 3, Hopper was believed to be dead as he couldn't escape on time before Joyce had to turn the key off, and thus closed the gate to the Upside Down. However, his body, or what should have been left of it, was never found, leading fans to believe that he survived, somehow. This was fueled by the mid-credits scene in Stranger Things Season 3, which showed that the Russians had an American prisoner, but the identity of this person was unknown. Luckily, the first teaser for Stranger Things Season 4 confirmed that Hopper is alive, and he's the American prisoner from the mid-credits scene. This will obviously complicate things for 11 and the rest, as there's no way they can communicate with him, unless 11 regains her power soon. And the Russians could even use Hopper as bait to get 11. The Russians could have already gotten rid of Hopper if they wanted to, as seen in the mid-credits scene in Season 3's finale, where the Russian guards were looking for a prisoner they could feed to the Demogorgon, and decided to keep the American.
Не американцы.
Нет, не надо, не надо! Нет, нет, пожалуйста, нет! Нет! Не надо! Нет!
There's a reason why Hopper is still alive but hasn't been freed, and it could be all about 11. The Russians are experimenting on the Upside Down too, which is how they got to Hawkins in the first place. Soviet agents somehow learned about the events in Hawkins regarding portals and dark dimensions, and decided to make their own experiments. The Russians then built machines called keys, with the purpose of opening gates to the Upside Down. But they didn't work as expected, and ended up killing all scientists nearby. In Stranger Things Season 3, Alexei explained that they realized the key was just one half of the equation, and the location of the machine was very important. This is why they moved their plans to Hawkins, as many gates had been opened there, thus guaranteeing that the key wouldn't fail there. What they weren't counting on was that Hawkins had 11, whose powers allow her to close gates and fight monsters like the Demogorgon and Mind Flayer. Now, the Russians have successfully opened at least one gate in Kamchatka, as they have a Demogorgon kept in a cage, but they surely still have a lot to learn about the Upside Down and everything related to it. 11 could be very useful to them, as she has been to the other dimension, confronted the creatures there, and is powerful enough to open and close gates. Hopper, then, is how they get to 11, and all they have to do is get the word out that they have Hopper prisoner. And as he's very important to 11, she would find a way to get there and rescue him. And that's the Russians' chance to catch her. Some fans have noted that her powers are linked to her emotions. So, it could be possible that reuniting with Hopper could reawaken her abilities. Or, she could get some help from a certain scientist that hasn't been seen since Season 1. Rescuing Hopper is not going to be easy, supposing that he is unable to escape. But the Russians might have some darker plans reserved for him and 11, further complicating everything in Stranger Things Season 4. This is certainly an interesting theory that could be the reason why the Russians are holding Hopper kidnapped. Just as they already have a Demogorgon, they could be waiting for their chance to get their hands on one of Dr. Brenner's study subjects. The Soviet Union was in constant competition with the United States, and we can theorize that they also performed their experiments on people, but that they were not as successful as Brenner's. But now they have a Demogorgon, and they know that 11 has a very strong connection with the Mind Flayer. Once 11 tries to rescue Hopper from Russia, she will be kidnapped. Then maybe her friends will have to look for 11's lost sisters to rescue her. This would also be a way to take advantage of the characters. Imagine Mike and the rest of his friends getting together to look for 11's lost sisters, and all of them arriving together to rescue her. It would be a different but surprising season. We would see a number 11 who has no powers and who suffers experiments at the hands of the Russians while her friends and sisters try to rescue her, perhaps releasing something even more dangerous to number 9. But we will talk about her in another video. Well, tell me, what do you think of this theory? Will the Russians use Hopper as bait? Could it be that Mike would have to look for the lost sisters of 11 to rescue her since she has no powers? Leave me your opinion in the comments. And for more videos about theories, rumors, and news daily, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This is Stranger Things Geeks.